Hey everybody, how's it going? I am up here with
Dylan with Dylan's Cool Adventures.
And Bob.
and they are from San Luis Obispo. We've been in contact for a while now and finally got together up here at above the loop right now, just the other side of Tunnel 10. And as you all know, whenever I have the subscribers up here, it's their day. Right now we have a couple of southbounds, eastbounds coming up the hill. So we're going to catch one here, and then we'll race somewhere else and catch the other one. So anyhow, what do you guys think so far? We had breakfast at Keene.
This is about the best railroad spot I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
It's just amazing up here.
This is a cool place. All right, well, we'll wait for this next train coming up and catch it. Here we go.
All right.
Got this eastbound coming up here. Manifest. Chugging right along. This is this is where they wanted to come for the first train. We have another one right behind this one, according to my source. We've had our little job briefing, me and the guys, about staying away from the tracks. This train will be on the track closest to us, so we want to make sure that we stay on the other side, this side of the pickup. I don't know where these gentlemen want to go to catch this next one. It'll have to be further up. Spoke with the Pinkerton security guy a while ago. He drove by, knows who I am. Introduced him to Dylan and Bob introduced themselves, and he went on about his business and knows we're not up here to rob trains. Let's see what happens next. Well, we got up here to catch this next train exiting Tunnel 17. There's Dylan there. And I was using my new microphone setup with the dead cats because it was getting windy up here. And it has 2 settings on it, and I had the wrong one turned on. So there's no sound in this. I won't make you watch this whole train in silence, but for Dylan and Bob's sake, I want to show some of it anyway. It was a great power shot too. And I do save my power shots, and pretty soon I'll do another one. A lot of you enjoyed the last Nothing But Power video I did. So I'll do another one of those. Yeah, right around the curve there is West Cable, where double track starts. And you see Highway 58 there. Down here at West Rowan, number 2 crossing at Tehachapi Creek. Guys wanted to stop here, get some shots of a train on this bridge. Right when we pulled up, and eastbound was coming by. Got the shot they wanted. Something I noticed the other day when I was here is there is a hopper car sitting down there. I flew the drone down there to make sure I wasn't seeing things, but whoops. So I don't know, but there must have been a derailment. They took it off the track, just sitting there by itself. And once this guy gets by us, we are going to jump down to Beielville, Caliente, so you can't catch him down there somewhere. And if you're going to ask me why I didn't leave the drone up for this train, it's because it's one of the drones that I just got. I'm doing a review on, and boy, I do not care much for that drone. I'll explain that in the review. I've had the drone for a while. I just haven't had a chance to finish it up. Every time I turn around, something else is coming up. I got something going, and I ended up not taking it on vacation because I knew I wasn't going to care much for it, because I have flown it before. But I'll get that finished and get that up. Sorry, Ruko, but it's just not really a very good product. Door. Well, we jumped down here to Beielville, and this Z train that we just caught at Rowan is already here, and he is coming into the siding. Some track equipment parked there, kind of blocking things, but that's all right. Conductor just got off the train and like he was looking at my license plate, but that's all right. Everybody who's anybody knows who I am. going to shoot all this. We've already seen it. We're going to jump in, get ahead of this train up by Tunnel 4 so they can get a shot of it up there. Yeah, brought them up here above Tunnel 5. They wanted to catch this view, and I know I shoot a lot of videos up here, but when I'm with subscribers, I have yet to have a subscriber come up that did not want to go to this place. So brought them up here, and I broke out the drone. And although I just did some drone footage from here, it's just such a spectacular place. I really don't think it gets old. And this is the DJI Mini 3 that I'm using here. And as I familiarize myself a little more with all the drones, I'll figure out which one or which ones I prefer using. They all fly well. I will say that. Even the Ruko that I don't really care much for because of some of the features that are hard to use, it does fly well. See out over Tehachapi Creek there, coming up on the first crossing, the second crossing at Cliff, and the Cliff Spur Track. You got to cross over there if you want to drive up to the east end of Cliff, up at the top. And I haven't been that way in a while. It's a road that does have some really susceptible places to washouts and such. Even though we haven't had rain in a while, it's probably okay. But especially if I'm with people, I don't want to go down there and take that chance. Because if those roads are messed up, it is a real pain to get out of there. Yeah, you can look at the top of the frame there. See the upper end of Cliff. One thing that I'm noticing about the DJI is that at long focal lengths, it loses focus. And I don't know if that is because the camera can't figure out what to focus on, or if it's because of it is hot, has been relatively warm. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but you can kind of see here where it comes in and out of focus. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure. You see, there we are, Dylan and Bob up on top of the hill, me behind the pickup, all out of focus. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. The helper coming out of the tunnel there, the DPU. But I'm working on getting a little bit better at these kind of shots where I can get something going underneath me and rotate and kind of stay on top of it. It's not as easy as you might think. Everything needs to be lined up and in the right place and right angles. And so yeah, I'm working on it. And I hope all of you are enjoying the drone footage. Trying to avoid those kind of things. I'll get better. Yeah, I think this is a pretty cool shot. See the train snaking its way all the way up through Cliff. In the upper center of the frame where it goes around the curve there, just around that curve, a few hundred yards, is the west portal of tunnel number 7. And that's where the east switch of Cliff is. Yeah, and you can see where that focus is kind of a problem there. Really sorry about that, but it's still a cool shot. Got to get some things figured out. All right, I have the drone up over tunnel number 1. And this is a westbound train or northbound coming down the hill. You can see the train, the upper left, going through Beielville. Goes around that hill, makes a 180 through Tunnel 2 that's just out of frame to the right. See the intermediate signals there that it's going by? Those intermediates, there have always been a set of intermediates there. There used to be another set down between Tunnel 1 and Caliente. I'll show you those when it goes by that. Going out of Tunnel 1, you can see the tracks where they go down after the horseshoe into Caliente Creek Narrows. Trying to go by that in a minute. See Caliente Bodfish Road, and they're below the tracks. I think I'm going to have to figure out some way to integrate some train and locomotive noise into these videos. I hate the silence. You guys probably don't like it either. In that wide spot right there that the train is approaching is where the old second set of intermediates used to be, or the first set if you were coming up the hill. See the train getting ready to cross Beielville Road, and that is also the first crossing of Tehachapi Creek. I'll put a link in the description below to the video I did when they replaced that bridge deck. That's a pretty cool video. And there they go out onto the Caliente horseshoe curve. And this is where, if you're coming up the hill, this is where the grade changes from about 1% into the curve to about 2.2 out of the curve. So this is where the climb to Tehachapi really starts. They made it just in a couple of months from Bakersfield to Caliente when they originally laid the rail. Then it took them a year to get from Caliente to Tehachapi because of all the fills, cuts, tunnels, and bridges that needed to be put in. I have been to the horseshoe curve in Pennsylvania. Some of you saw that video that I did from when I was there. And I say our horseshoe curve is better. It's tighter. You can see the whole train all the way around it. The one in Pennsylvania is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Really cool place, but you can't see much of it because of all the trees. There are a lot of trees in Pennsylvania. But yeah, you can see the head end and the tail end of the train going by itself from this spot, if the train's long enough. You see Caliente Bodfish Road there where it crosses the tracks, and the siding, which was once the siding at Caliente. It is now double track from there down to Illman. And that little crossing that the engine just went by is where the depot once set. Approaching the one of the spurs at Caliente. It's just a short set out spur. They don't use it very much. That's a cool shot. You can see what I'm saying about each end of the train passing by each other there. And Caliente Creek running down the middle of it. This is where the train begins its journey down into the Caliente Creek Narrows. And the reason they call it the Narrows is up above Caliente is actually called Caliente Creek Canyon. And at Caliente, the Tehachapi Creek and the Caliente Creek have a confluence just this side of the first crossing of the Tehachapi Creek. And the reason they call it the Narrows down below is to differentiate between the upper and lower parts of Caliente Creek. If you ever want to take a pretty cool drive or a really cool ride on a motorcycle, yeah, keep on going up Caliente Bodfish Road above Caliente, and you can go out through Walker's Basin, which is what I suggest in a car, or stay to the left and go over the Lions Trail to Lake Isabella, which is not so cool in a car, but really cool on a bike. And he is heading down into the Narrows. You can see there around that next curve down below, there's some signals down there, and that is where the Narrows actually start. All right, we are down in the Caliente Creek Narrows for the last train of the day, and I got to get going. Dylan likes it when the train's hot for him. This guy's obliging him. Sorry for all the movement. I was trying to get my glasses off so I can see the screen. We've had, as usual, good luck with trains today. We've actually had a couple of them that I didn't even get videos of because I was doing something else, not paying attention. But that'll be plenty for this video. And I wanted to bring them down here, give them a little of the history of Tunnel Half. I always say Tunnel 2 because it's got a 2 in it, I guess. This is where Tunnel Half stood until it was daylighted in 1983 after the floods of that year. And it is a little warm today. It's last time I looked at the chart thermometer, I think it was 92, which is, again, not bad at all. The summer weather and the summer golden brown backdrop. We were discussing a while ago how much prettier it is and how much better the pictures come out when it's green. But we all agree that sometimes you got to take what you can get. And I am using my new microphones with the dead cast. It is windy. It was a little too sensitive when I used it before. Then this morning, as you saw in the video, in the silent train, I had it paired up and everything, but it has 2 switches. You have to make sure they're in the right position, but they weren't. So I just did up in the audio. Don't run it. And I actually ordered, this is someone, a cheaper brand. I actually ordered a DJI. That's pretty expensive. Or no, I'm sorry, it's not a DJI. I can't remember what, a higher quality one. We'll see how it works. It's supposed to, the reviews on them are real good. I don't know what it's called. I ordered it last night. But I'm trying, guys. I'm trying, guys and girls. All right. All right. That will conclude a day of hanging out with Dylan and Bob. What did you guys think today?
Oh man, absolutely excellent. Thank you
Tehachapi
so much, Mark.
Never disappoints.
Yes.
Especially when you're filming with Mark McGowan.
We got a train at every spot we stopped at. It was amazing.
They knew I was out here, that's all. But anyway, yeah, we had a good time. Caught a lot of trains. Broke some bread this morning. And made a couple of new friends, and I always enjoy that. So, yeah, look, call it a day. They got to drive back to SLO tonight, and I got to get going and go wash my stinky body up and go visit some friends tonight. So, yeah, keep shooting me the ideas. Drop in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content, and we'll see you all later.